Welcome to the launch of the book The Forgotten Third, published by John Catt Education. The Forgotten Third challenges orthodoxies to shape a levelled-up education system. The Forgotten Third is a provocative collection of essays which poses the fundamental question, do a third of students have to fail so that two-thirds can pass? Editor Roy Blatchford has brought together a group of leading thinkers and influencers in UK education to address this question and pose some answers. In this recording, one of 4 to accompany the book's launch, we can hear Iain Veitch talk about his contribution to the book, an essay entitled, Why Should a Child's History Define Their Destiny?
My name is Iain Veitch. I'm a recently retired head teacher of a large secondary academy in County Durham. I was a member of the Forgotten Third Commission established by Askell. I named my chapter, Why Should a Child's History Be the Defining Factor in His or Her Destiny? Because I feel that for all parties, be they educators, parents or the children themselves, that question is at the heart of the underachievement of the disadvantaged in this country. I begin with the self-evident truth that if the government was truly interested in social mobility, it would not have combined a restrictive curriculum, which is rich with cultural capital and thus favours the white middle classes, with an assessment methodology which is effectively norm not criteria referenced. To my mind, it is the equivalent of saying that even those who begin at the back of a marathon have every chance of finishing alongside the elite athletes at the end. However, I wanted to go beyond this and to suggest that whilst nationally we've become entangled in structural answers to all problems, there are things which schools can do to ensure that the forgotten third can be on the same playing field as those who've had a better start in life than them, even if they are always kicking against the slope. My starting point is that the very term disadvantaged should be an anathema to educators, because it encourages us to think of a mass, rather than looking at each child as an individual who has individual barriers to learning. From there, rather than look at pedagogy, I focus upon the very differing natures of families which the children come from, ranging from those who want the best for their child but lack the background to know how to play the game, through to those who have high hopes for their children but want to shield them from a deep-seated belief that success does not happen to people like them, and on to those who have a deep distrust of all of the institutions which they feel have failed them previously, and lastly, the feckless who act as poor role models because they do not value education at all. It is my belief that only by working at source can we truly address the issues which are often multi-generational in families, harnessing the energy of all in order to change the life of each child. I progress on to looking at the curriculum and ethos, suggesting things which can be achieved with greater thought rather than money, and end with a short section on perhaps the most important barrier of all to the majority of children, their sense of self. My thesis overall is that as school leaders we must emulate the optimism of Fitzgerald's Great Gatsby, believing in the green light of a better future for all and beating on, boats against a current, even as we feel borne back ceaselessly into the past.